Today, I wanted to share a few exercises with you that you can do to strengthen your core. So the first thing that I'm going to have you do is make sure you are down on the floor, sitting comfortably, and we're going to kind of work through some mobility patterns, make sure that we're able to move through some movement patterns before we get started. So we're going to sit here. You want to sit up nice and tall. Think about lengthening through the spine. You can place your hands on your knees or behind your knees a little bit, just to make sure that you feel comfortable. Again, with your feet, depending on what feels comfortable, you can place your feet down and just hold here for a second. We're working on lengthening first. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring those toes up. When you do that, you should feel your hamstrings fire on a little bit more. What we're going to do is we're going to start tilting our pelvis. So we are going to work on tilting that tailbone so that it comes up and underneath us and moves here. So we're rounded, if you can see that, and then I'm going to work on straightening it back up. So I'm going to round it, and then I'm going to straighten it back up. And what I'm going to do is I want to think about pushing my heels away from me, rounding, and then pulling my heels towards me, lengthening. So this is a little pelvic movement that I want you to make sure that you are able to do. This is going to be important for rolling back onto the floor. If you roll back and you slap the ground or the floor when you roll back, it's because you don't have this mobility in your pelvis. So you're just going to work on this for a little bit. It's also a nice way to start working on strengthening those hamstrings. And then you're going to hold in this position. So my pelvis is tucked under, and I'm going to work on strengthening through my core. So I'm going to just hold this position. If you need to hold here, you can. If you can bring your arms out, you can do that as well. We're just going to hold. From here, if you can, we're going to roll all the way back. All the way back and down. In this position, you want to make sure that your pelvis is again in neutral. So make sure if you place your hand in a diamond shape and you look up, your thumbs are in line with your fingertips. One's not rising up higher than the other. From here, we're going to bring one leg up at a time, trying to keep our pelvis neutral. So you can hold on to your hips, and you don't want them swaying side to side. So really strong through your core. You're going to bring one leg up, and then the other leg up. And then one leg up, and the other leg up. Keep going. Give me 4 more. 2 and 1. Excellent. From here, relax it down, and you can just rest for a second. From here, now what we're going to do is we're going to tuck our tailbone up underneath us, and we're going to lift our bottom up off the floor just a little bit. So what we want to make sure to do is tuck that tailbone up and under. We don't want to be here because then our back is going to take over. So we're curling that pelvis up and underneath us so we feel it more within our core and our glutes. So our glutes should be firing on. You can press through your heels to feel your glutes fire on even more. And I want you to think about squeezing a ball in between your knees. That's going to help fire on that pelvic floor and the inner thighs. Hold it here. Now from here, you're going to roll down and roll up. Same thing with that pelvic tilt that we were doing when we were seated. You want to be able to create that tuck under, roll up, and bring it back down. And tuck under, roll up, and bring it back down. If this is easy for you, you can bring your arms straight up. That's going to add a little bit more difficulty to it. And then from here, we're going to hold this up. Now, what you're going to do, this is going to be a little bit more difficult. I want you to think about bringing your feet just a teeny bit closer together. We're not going to have our feet touching because that's going to be a little bit too easy, but we're going to hold it here. And I want you to try to lift your heel up off the mat. So the first thing you're going to do is lift your heel while your toe is still, your forefoot is still on the floor. So you're going to lift your heel, lift your heel, lift your heel, lift your heel. And while you're here, there should not be any swaying of the hip. Once you feel good doing that, then you can try to lift your whole foot off, woo, and then the whole foot off. This is really difficult for me. So you may find this is very difficult for you as well. You end up feeling those inner thighs firing on, and down, and up, and down, up. Keep going, and down. Relax it down. From here, we're going to bring our legs up if you can. So if you can straighten your legs up and this is comfortable for you, go for it. If not, just bend your knees and hold it here. If you need to hold on, sometimes you might need to hold on to your legs a little bit. That's fine as well. You just need to, instead of thinking about my arms are working to hold my legs up, they're here, but then you want to think about your core, holding with your core, okay? So hold with your core. If your legs are able to go up, hold it here. So we're tucking just a little bit. I want you to feel those lower abs working. Now from here, we're going to breathe out. When I breathe out, I want to feel that core working really strong, holding it. And relax. Breathe out. And relax. Breathe out. And relax one more time. Breathe out. And relax. Bring those knees in. Now we're going to go into 90-90. So from here, we're going to try to touch one toe down and then bring it back up and touch the other toe down and bring it back up. Now, what many people do is they do this, okay? You probably saw me do that on the first one. We touch. What's doing the work here? The knee is doing the work. What do we want to do the work? We want the core to do the work. So lock those legs in 90 degrees, and we're going to drive one heel down and then pull it back up. And then we're going to drive the other heel down and pull it back up. And one heel. Now, listen to your body. What is the rest of your body doing here? Are you pressing into the floor with your arms? If you are, great time to just bring them up and take them out of this. What's happening with that low back? Is it rising up? Pull it back up under. Make sure that core is working for you. Reach. And reach. Keep going. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Bring those knees into the chest. Rock it side to side. Then we're going to roll over to our side, and then we're going to roll up. Now from here, we're going to do a couple of things for our breathing. So core is not just about doing crunches and things like that. Most of the time, we can focus on our posture and our breathing, and it will do wonders for our core. So I want you to think about sitting up nice and tall, thinking about lengthening through that spine. Pretend someone is pulling a string to lengthen you. I like to tuck my chin just a little bit so that helps lengthen the back muscles in my neck, and you're going to hold it here. Now from here, you can be whatever seated position you feel comfortable in, okay? So if it's more comfortable to be like this, that's fine. Just make sure you're sitting up, not rounding and relaxing. What we're going to do is I want you to practice breathing forcefully out. So it's a forceful breath out, but long and extended. So we're going to go forceful, long breath out, long and extended. And we're going to try to fire on the belly. So when I breathe out, I'm going to first breathe out in a ha sound. So I'm going to go and as I'm breathing out, I'm thinking zip up from my pubic bone to my rib cage and feeling those muscles working. And then you can relax. And then the next one you're going to try is you're going to purse your lips like you are blowing through a straw. So you're going to go. Now, for you need to feel which one felt better. Which one did you get more of a core activation with? And you may need to try it a couple of times. But depending on which one you felt that core activation with, that's the one you want to work through when you're doing different exercises. So as we do crunches, sit-ups, any of the core work that we're doing, like we were doing today, if you create that, either the ha or the pursing, that's just going to bring more into that core working for you. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you have questions, please make sure to let me know. And I look forward to working with you in the future.